Yeah, I hear you.
All right, cool. Guys, we got Brian Burns here to answer questions you have for him. With that, we'll open up the floor to questions.
Hey, Brian. Will Kunkel with Fox. Obviously, the obvious question is, how do you guys generate more pressure this week than you did against the Raiders?
My opinion is one of those games. A lot of quick passes, a couple of boots, and play actions, max protect. But I mean, this is one of those games. We had opportunities that we didn't capitalize on, but we got to be better. I mean, that's just the end of the day. We got to get pressure on the quarterback.
Would you like to see more blitz calls from behind you guys, or is it just kind of getting to know each other as well up on the offensive line, or just winning battles?
It's just winning battles. Win your one-on-one. I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to beating somebody. So just got to win your one-on-one and get pressure. Nothing really got nothing to do with the call.
Brian, you guys were able to get a fair amount of pressure on the Bucs last year when you played against them because of that. Offense tends to hold the ball a little bit longer. It did feel like the Raiders were getting the ball out quickly. Did you feel that as well? And did that kind of hamper?
Yeah, I feel like they were getting the ball out. They did a good job of getting it out fast, kind of stalling our rush, and then the play actions kind of like makes you hesitate a little bit. So they did a good job at that. But hopefully we can be able to rush and get some pressure on Brady.
Hey Brian, it's Jason Huber with WFNZ. I think when you first were drafted, during your opening press conference, you said, Tom Brady would be the one guy you'd want to sack. Now having him in your division, having a chance to be in the first of 2 games you get to play him this year, and we'll see moving forward. What's that like?
It's great. Honestly, I was close to sacking him in last year in the preseason when we played the Patriots. But now I got 2 opportunities to do it, so I'm excited about it.
Hey, Brian, this is Steven Toronto with The Riot Report. On the subject of Brady, he's thrown a pick-6 in 3 consecutive games, while the Panthers have not had a pick-6 in quite a while. I know you had a fumble recovery for a touchdown last year against Jacksonville, but with that considered, how much of an emphasis is there on scoring on defense? And I know you've said things about Brady before. How satisfying would it be to pick off Brady and take one to the house off of him?
Oh, we always preach scoring on defense, always getting turnovers, trying to, change the momentum of the game. And it'd be very satisfying to get a turnover, a strip sack, interception, anything off Brady. He's a legend. So, I mean, it'd be great to get anything off of him.
Hey, Brian, you got a couple of injuries on the defensive line right now. Just the depth that you guys have on the line, and how comfortable do you guys feel with each other, just 1 week into the season?
Oh, I feel very comfortable. We got a great group of guys behind each other, basically, and I feel like if any guy goes down, we won't be slacking at all. So the next guy up, pretty much.
Brian, it's Miles Simmons. How do you guys have to do better in terms of stopping the run? How do you develop that a little bit more?
It comes down to technique. It comes down to technique and attitude. I mean, it just depends how you look on it. But I think we could do a better job of shooting our hands, shedding blocks, and just getting to the ball, and that'll probably nip everything in the butt.
To that point a little bit, and back to the pass rush and just a little bit, Matt was saying you guys got to pass rush fearlessly, kind of acknowledge play action more, and stop worrying about the run, though, at the same time. How difficult is that to play both but also pass rush aggressively?
It's a thin line between, trying to get after the quarterback, but also being disciplined enough to slow your rush down to stop their runs. I mean, it's a thin line that we have to kind of figure out. But with enough film study, it'll come to us. Like it's more of a feeling than like a plan before the snap.
Hey, Brian Scholar, Sports Illustrated. Tom Brady's been known to get the ball quick out of his hands, and that's something the Raiders did last week. If that's the case again this week, what's the best counter to being able to try and stop that or slow them down?
Honestly, we really just got to get our hands up. If we can't get to the quarterback in like a five-step drop or whatever it is, if he's just getting the ball out, we got to get our hands up so we can affect the pass some kind of way. But other than that, bull rush is putting linemen around his feet, in his face. That'll affect him also.
Brian, it seemed like you guys had a little bit of trouble on third downs. How much is that attributed to just what you're doing on first and second down, not necessarily in keeping them out of these third and manageable situations?
The best way to win third down is to win first and second. And if you don't do a good job at that, you'll get a lot of 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s, and those are a lot harder. So the emphasis should be more on winning first and second down to keep them into like a third and long. So it'd be harder for them to get, and that'll open up our rush a lot. So I mean, so basically, yeah, win first and second.
You guys have any more questions for Brian?
I do. Brian, Mike Solarte, Spectrum News 1. When you think of Tom Brady, I know you've played him, but when you think of Tom Brady, what's the first image that comes to your mind? What's the first thought? Is it the rings? Is it the passing? I mean, is it his feet, his arm? What comes to mind for you?
I think it's his competitive spirit. When I always see him, he always has some kind of like fire in his eyes to win or just to get after somebody. And I mean, like that's what he's good. That's what he's known for. I mean, he's always after somebody, making people better around him. So I'm just, first thing I think of is competitive.
Thank you.
All right, Brian, we appreciate you taking the time.
I appreciate y'all.
All right, see you.